What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with the brand new Snow Globe store that I do want to break down here real quick, so that way you guys are going to be making some good decisions here as well, especially since this is actually tied back to an event overall in terms of actually getting more rewards. The gold spending component is going to be big if you are planning to use gold, and as well, there's actually going to be these orbs that you can purchase with gold. Crimson Golden Ring Orb, Augmented Golden Ring Orb. We have Isotope here for resources for T2 level 4 to 5 ions, T2 ISO 8 crystals, and we also have containing shards for this year's essential characters. So this one's also interesting if you guys want to take a look, because if there's character shards that you're looking to get, you know, this is a really big opportunity, especially since you can see some of these characters just being recently added, right? So I do like overall what they've done here, because left, middle, and right gives you a chance to get more shard fragments there, and only 300,000 too, only 300,000 per orb. And yeah, that's pretty much the overall kind of summary here in terms of what you can get. What you can also purchase with the snow globes later on when you actually build them up is the Kahori red stars. That's going to be, it looks pretty cheap, actually only 400 snow globes for the one red. To be honest, I don't know if she's coming in the way of red star orbs, so maybe that's why they're getting featured here. We'll know on Wednesday when she gets officially added into the game. But as well, more importantly, guys, you may have noticed there's an astral force that you can actually purchase here for 100,000 candies. And as you can see, you can actually buy those same snow globes for 3 million gold for 50,000. This is honestly, it's expensive. It's very, very expensive, but I do kind of want to walk you through, in case you're not aware of what this Astral Force does. There is actually a milestone. Aside from that, there's awakened materials for Doctor Strange, Moondragon, so obviously characters for Battle World, as well as whatever resources have not really been farmable in the game yet. We got Crimson Gear here for 14,000. I think the Crimson Gear for the events, respectively, have been pretty good. There's some slight new character shards here as well if you want to purchase that. Teal Gear, I would not recommend any of the Teal Gear because that's super farmable now with the raid store. So really, it's reviewing whether or not you need certain character shards here, the Crimson Gear, and obviously the top 3 choices up here being Kahori, Snow Globe, as well as Astral Force. Now, to be honest, I don't know what else changes with this, so maybe what we'll do is we'll just do a quick refresh, see if that changes up. Okay, yeah. So they do have different opportunities here. You can see it doesn't look like the awakened materials change, but we actually have different characters being slotted in on the top left, so you can actually get diamonds here for the snow globes that you build up. So this is enticing for me because this is a guaranteed diamond that we can obviously build up over the 40 days that we see that this event's running on for. Right now, Astral Force, guys, this one I do want to touch quickly on, just because of the fact that you can see you can actually purchase them even individually with 10,000 snow globes. So something you may want to be watchful for. But why do you care? Well, it's gonna matter if you have Shadow King. Right, if you go over to the milestones here, scroll to the right, race to Shadow King. This is an event that's going here for the next 34 days. So this is actually what rewards Shadow King red stars. So as you can see, remember, for 10, it's going to be 100,000 of those snow globes. So obviously it's expensive, but you can kind of visually see how many you need actually to get to, you know, the 4th red, the 5th red. And then, yeah, the 6 and 7, that's the ones that I'll probably... I'm going to have to do some math, but to be honest, I don't know if it's going to be feasible for myself. That's a lot of snow globes that you have to purchase. And again, it's we don't really know how much more of these snow globes are coming in the way of other events too. So the math isn't there. But to be conservative, I'm probably not going to use my gold just for that, because I think for new players, especially those of you trying to get your characters in obviously better shape and form, especially for those of you that are trying to bring your characters into Dark Dimension 7, I definitely think this Crimson Golden Orb is really big, because it costs 600,000 gold to open, but you're going to get 2 things, right? You're going to get 1, points towards the milestone that's happening right now, and 2, you're actually getting a decent amount of Crimson Gear. So let me just open one up for you for reference here, and you can see they're actually pretty good. You're going to get 20 of something on the far left, 4 pieces of some sort of mini unique that can help you for sure for those Gear Tier 19 upgrades, and then you also get Catalyst. And more importantly too, if you do that way, you go that route, right, for building up your resources, it also adds to the 5 golden rings event, because with each one that you open, it double dips, right? Like for example, I spent about 600,000 gold there. It gives you points right there for the scoring component. And then because we opened also a Crimson Golden Ring Orb, it gave me an extra 60,000 points. So if there is a time right now to build up characters to Dark Dimension 7, this would be a good time, guys. This would be a good time because we're opening orbs that give us more gear. And at the same time, when you spend that gold, it's going to the milestone and you're getting a little bit extra for opening that orb. So I think it's actually a really, really good store. There's tons to look forward to. I'm just double checking here. Is there snow globes actually in the monthly? Yeah, so this is going to be obviously the pain point, I think, seeing how much of these snow globes will come, because, yeah, I definitely do not want to be spending, you know, 3 million gold for 50,000. You can do a lot with 3 million. You can use gold for training your characters up. You can use the gold, obviously, as I shown you earlier, with these crimson golden ring orbs. I think the gold is better spent here as opposed to obviously just dumping it into the snow globes. That's just my personal opinion. But what I do think is going to be important is if you guys are interested in Shadow King, I think the Astral Forces, this is going to be a good way to kind of top that up, add that into your account, because I'm definitely looking at a 4 or 5 red as well for Shadow King. But remember, Shadow King's event is also not done yet, right? Remember, there's a payout. So depending on how you do on this event, the Shadow King rewards here, remember, you have to assess where you're kind of situated here in terms of the rewards, because these also give you the Astral Forces. Now, mind you, you only get the Astral Forces if you're in the top 5,000. So I guess that's the caveat there. If you're not getting the top 5,000s, then by all means, that may very well be the only way that you can access it. But that's what I'm looking at, guys. Me, personally, I don't need to build up a lot of characters anymore, so I'm not going to be buying any of those gold orbs. I just don't need to build up anybody. But I do need actually a higher red on my Shadow King. So I'm going to be, you know, looking to save and hoard my candies. That way, I keep saying candies, but snow globes. I'm going to use my snow globes to obviously purchase the Astral Forces. I'll see what else rotates through the diamonds here. That's going to be interesting to see what other characters rotate around, especially if they're relevant. And then last but not least, don't forget, we still have the Turkey store ongoing here for the next 13 days. I would focus on using this for some of the Awakened materials. As you can see, Moondragon, Doctor Strange passive. I'm going to exhaust my turkeys first before I go the route here of using these snow globes, because it does seem like right now we're getting an exclusive resource here in Astral Force, potential diamond upgrades that we can actually select. And like I said, I think it's bad value for the gold here for the snow globes, but it does give you a lot of snow globes that you can use obviously for purchasing. So I'm gonna leave that with you guys. Let me know what you think, but otherwise I think it's a very cool store because there's character shards, there's big Crimson Gear rewards, and as well on top of that, it can add to the monthly festivities here, as well as the 5 golden rings. Just remember, there's a lot of teams coming around the corner, so as per usual, if you don't need to spend your gold and you just want to save budget, I always like to retain within my limit, which is my spending is usually capped at 6 million gold per day. That's how I've been able to build a reserve, and look at where I am now, well over 300 million gold, and we're going to be ready for the next teams and upcoming teams coming to the game. That's it for now, guys. Let me know what your game plan is, if you're a fan or not a fan. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.